Hi everyone, it's Ali here and welcome back to the Heffydoodle YouTube channel. I've been watching some Jennifer McGuire videos and of course I had to make one of her gorgeous pop-up shadow box cards, and I've used some of my Heffydoodle products to do that today. I've used the Stony Maloney stencil, the Prehistoric Pals stamp set, which is so cute, and also the Whoops Heffy cuts and one of the sentiments from the stamp set. So I'm just stamping out all of my images actually from that Prehistoric Pals set with my Misty, and using my Memento Tuxedo black ink because I'm going to colour them in with Copics. And then I've followed the instructions on Jennifer's video, so please watch that if you haven't already. But I've just modified the measurements to be, I guess, Australian/European card sizes, so they fit in my standard envelopes. So I'd really recommend watching Jennifer's video first before you go ahead and try one of these cards. It's a great video and she's got a couple of different examples there as well. So I'm just folding those pieces as she directs you to, and then they fit together like this to form that pop-up sort of mechanism, like so. Now I'm going to mask off so that I'm not going to ink on those bits that fold on the sides, and I've just used my heavy masking tape as well to help with that. I've masked off a bit at the bottom. This is going to be the back piece, so I'm going to create some sand down the bottom and then make a sky in the top section. So I'm using tea dye Distress Oxide ink, and I'm just going to go over that bottom section with the tea dye ink until I'm happy with that coverage and peel off the mask. And then I'm going to do some clouds in that top half with one of my cloud stencils and just my lightest Distress Oxide ink. And then I'm peeling off my masking down the side. Now I'm going to use an oval die, and I'm just making sure that these fold-in sides don't show when I cut that window out. I'm just sticking that down, running it through my Big Shot and cutting out that oval. Now I wanted to create an effect on the front of the card, so I've just popped on my stencil and used the Heffy masking tape there to post-it tape to hold it down and mask off the edges again. So I'm just going on the first layer with a pumice stone, and then I slightly move the stencil over to give a bit of a dimensional look to those stones, and then repositioned my post-it tape there and on the other side, and then I went over it with some of the tea dye, the brown, just so it toned in with the background that I'd done previously. And then that's my front piece. So they go together like so when you touch them, but I'm not going to attach them yet. I'm going to first put some of my images on. So I've coloured all my images with my Copics, and I haven't been able to show you all of my colouring today just for time's sake. I've cut out a few of those whoops in some brown and layered them, and I've also cut out one of the sentiments. I've stamped it and embossed it in white on black card. So there's my front and my back piece, and I'm going to put some double-sided tape down each side. I've stuck a few of the pieces on, and also if you watch Jennifer's video, she does one with a sort of an acetate, I think hers is a fish on a strip of acetate, so it floats in the middle of the card, and that's what I've done. So I'm just attaching the sides now that I've put a lot of my images on there, and I've actually attached that acetate piece. So please watch again Jennifer's video if you want to create a little flying image or an image that's floating in the middle of the card. Now I realised that the front of my card wasn't of strong enough cardstock, so I'm just creating another panel of quite strong cardstock, and I'm going to gently slide that in and stick that to that front piece just so that it strengthens it up a bit, because as I was opening the card it was bulging forward a little bit, so I've just made that front panel, I guess, a little bit more sturdy so that it doesn't bow when I pull the card in and out, and that was a lot better. Now I'm going to stick all my images on and finish them off, and I've attached my sentiment I'm just going to trim off the excess of my acetate strip for my flying dinosaur, and then it works like so. So you would write your message on the back, obviously. So that's my card. I hope you enjoyed it, and please watch Jennifer's video. It's great. And if you'd like to watch some more Heffydoodle videos, here's some that you might like to see.